Yo, 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 you're listening to Vice Tribe here on WTT Radio, Atlanta's #1 alternative live streaming radio show. It's your boy JefeJAP, and I got your boy King David in the building. What's up, boy?
What up, what up, what up?
How's it going?
Things are great.
Sweet, sweet. Thank you for stopping by. Glad you're coming. The new single, we just listened to it. So
Yes, sir.
It's called Daddy Issues.
Daddy Issues.
So how did that come about?
So I wanted to create something. You know, we're working on a podcast right now. We're covering a lot of these types of topics involving our background, childhood trauma, some of the experiences we have. And as Black people, we're very connected through a common thread, which is that dads are not in the home. And many of us have issues surrounding that. You know what I mean? Just when you grow up without a dad, there's certain anger, animosity that comes with that. And that's often expressed as adults. Black adults. So I wanted something that people could really connect to on that level. Close your eyes and let it soothe you in a way that makes you feel understood. Gives the explanation to how some of these things systematically happen.
Right.
You heard Ronald Reagan references. You know, you niggas in these oceans don't mix. Last time you crossed them waters wasn't boats, then was ships.
Yeah.
So these types of things, just to give these similes to where does this all come from, while also rocking you. So it's a hug.
Okay.
Yeah.
So would you call yourself a conscious rapper, or?
Yeah, I mean, conscious for me, it's all about just being an artist, you know, so taking something in real life and finding a way to make it listenable. So conscious for sure, but conscious in many different ways. I mean, my last project, Fornication Under Consent of the King, was a different type of conscious. It was sex positively conscious. So yeah, I'm always trying to make people think. Okay,
that's good. That's good. So the single Daddy Issues is anticipating for your upcoming album?
Yes, it is.
Okay,
yes,
so when are you expecting the album to come out?
Expected later on this year.
Okay, okay. Second half of the year?
Mm-hmm,
okay.
Second half.
Is it complete? You still working on it?
We are about 3/4 complete.
Okay, okay. Do you know how many tracks you plan to have?
I won't give that away to you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll save that.
Okay.
I'll save that.
And then you still working on the title as well?
We actually have a title, but I just won't share.
Okay.
I want that to be a little bit of a surprise.
Okay, okay. And you're real out and everything. Okay. So what was the creative process behind Daddy Issues and the album up until this far?
I mean, I explained the creative process behind Daddy Issues. I just really wanted to create something that touched someone's heart in a place that they might be hurting. Very in line with the themes of, it really came from the podcasting that I'm doing at this moment. It made it very relevant to me to touch on this stuff. So I just wanted to create something that literally could take the subject matter of the podcast and turn it into music form. Now, as far as the album, we're journeying. It was important to me it is important to me every album to create something that feels different. Create something that feels like a journey of its own. So with this project, I wanted to experiment with sounds, dance vibes, some retro vibes from like 80s dance, 80s house. There's more. I won't give everything away, but just really experimenting with sound from the rap aesthetic. So creating something that feels unique and different. Okay.
And then this will be your third album, right?
Fourth. Magic number four.
So you've been seems like you've been dropping an album every 2 years?
Every 2 years,
something like that?
17, 19, 21, 23.
So what can your core fans look forward on this, outside of what you just said, what else could they look forward to on this project? Are there any features? Do you plan on doing visuals?
So there will be visuals, there will be features. What they can look forward to most is an upgrade in the authenticity. I've taken a personal journey with authenticity, and you know, as a LGBT person of masculine experience, there's a lot of blending that happens on a day-to-day basis that allows you to not have to, you know, walk in as much confidence or against the grain as some of your counterparts. So I really had to kind of challenge myself to get comfortable, to be present always within my sexuality, and the music totally reflects that. It reflects that growth. I mean, it reflects my growth as an artist. You know, there's a small chamber of who's getting to hear this right now, but for the people that I've been sharing with, I've gotten a lot of positive feedback just about, I'll take one note was, you've progressed 5 years in ability over the last 2 years. So I'm really looking to share that. Looking forward to sharing that.
Dope. So your last album charted number 10 on iTunes
Woo,
and number 64 on the main genre chart.
woo, woo.
What did it feel like to you or for you?
It felt like God.
Okay.
It felt like God. Anyone who is an artist understands that of all the different things and avenues you can do in artistry, music is probably the most against the grain. It's the most, please listen to me, please pay attention. Everybody every other week's coming out saying they want to put out a mixtape, which kind of lowers people's seriousness toward you as a fellow artist.
Yeah.
So it's really just been about pushing.
Okay.
And to anybody else, I just encourage people to continue to push themselves, to continue to stay confident, and just challenge themselves to believe in their own vision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to say never get comfortable, never get complacent. You know, if you are, then something's wrong.
Something's wrong.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. So you recently launched your Red Pill podcast last year,
I did.
and you're gearing up for another episode. But so what got you into podcasting, and then
So
come to life?
I've always had a large voice,
Okay.
a large opinion, and I would share my voice on my social media platforms.
Okay.
But I wanted to create something that was structured, that I could also include other voices like mine who I thought were powerful to have an overall message that would be reached. So that's where it came from.
Okay. So what has your experience been like thus far?
It's been excellent. It's truly been a blessing.
Okay.
You know, yeah, the reception has been really good. I think me and my team, we put a lot of effort into sitting down and doing the background paperwork for everything, you know.
Okay.
So based off of how people have responded to it, it has fallen in line with what our plans were for it. I mean, I think starting the podcast off with a subject like masculine, the experience of mass presenting men is room for somebody to have an issue.
Of course, always.
Because, that's a very sensitive topic. But I feel that people responded very well to it. They took it they handled it in a way that they took it as respectful and effective. So yeah, it's been good. The reception has been good. We're really excited to show people just how dynamic the podcast intends to be with the guests that we bring on and the people that we include. So a lot more good stuff to come. Yeah, we're just gearing up.
So you talked about reception. What about mission? Like, what is the mission?
The mission is to inform.
Okay.
So that's why I chose the title of the Red Pill podcast because are you familiar with the Matrix reference to the red pill and blue pill?
Yeah.
So you take the red pill and you will be exposed to all information, the truth about the world around you.
Yes.
That's not always pretty,
Right.
but it's always helpful.
Yeah.
So that is what the basis of the podcast is. It's just sharing organic information, the true information, the side of something that people may not often speak up about, that might be more vulnerable or require somebody to really bear themselves. I try to create a safe space for people to do that so that it might help other people who need it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this new episode, what can we expect from this new episode?
The new episode, expect us to really be covering self-image.
Okay.
That can be body image, that can be how you see yourself physically in all respects, how you see yourself spiritually, how you fit into society. But within the age of now being in a social media perfectionist era.
Yeah.
So really having a really vulnerable conversation. The conversation was so dynamic. I really thank the guests who came on because they really were truly transparent and vulnerable. And yeah, you guys expect a really, really dope episode coming up this upcoming week.
Okay. Can you tell us who some of the guests are on this episode?
Yeah, so we have Carly, shout out to Carly, we have Brandon, and we have Larry. So you guys will get to actually sit down and take the journey with them on Thursday.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so it's going to be a busy day.
It's going to be a busy day.
All right. So fitness. So you're really into fitness and you take care of yourself. So what are some of your fitness practices that you do?
To give you something, I give you a little pre to the episode coming up. What I do is more mental, especially at this stage in my journey. It's a lot about self-love.
Okay.
Building on what you love, not trying to change what you hate. So that would be my biggest tip to somebody. It doesn't start with the physical, it starts with where your approach is mentally with why you are working out. If you're working out to be good enough, still work out, but let's shift how you're thinking about it so that that experience can be enjoyable for you.
So should the goal be more to be just healthy overall?
It can be aesthetic as well.
Okay.
I just think that those aesthetics need to be in line with you. So I'll talk more about that on the podcast.
Okay. All right. One more question.
Sure.
So is breath work a part of that? Is it
Absolutely.
important? Okay.
It's extremely important. It's important in your endurance. It's important in the strength
Okay.
for each set you do. In through
Okay.
your nose, out through your mouth. Try to breathe as slow as possible so that you can pace your heart rate.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would agree with that because I know I focus on breath work and a lot of different things, and it's
Mhm.
very important. All right. So music. What music are you listening to? So who are some artists that you listen to at the moment?
At the moment, I will say that Lucky Day is
Okay.
really high. His last album was great. You know, music is actually pretty slow right now.
Okay.
It's actually pretty
just
slow.
not picking up.
Yeah.
Are you're more R&B, or you listen to hip hop, or you a little balance? Balance.
I'm both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I say it's slow just because I was actually having this conversation recently. Not a lot of artists who are big artists. I don't even know if there are that many superstars anymore, but not a lot of the bigger artists are putting out projects. And yeah, I'll leave it there.
Okay.
Not a lot of major artists are putting out projects, but Lucky Day for sure. I like SZA's new project. I don't like it as much as the first one, but
Okay, I agree with that.
respect it in its own right, especially the first half. I vibe with. Of course, you got Renaissance. Renaissance is the grand slam right now. You know, holding the fort down. Yeah, those are my top. Do you think anything I forgot? No. Yeah, that's pretty much what I've been listening to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So going back to your single daddy issues.
Mhm.
So what are some daddy issues that you've dealt with in the past or that you overcome?
So I come from a divorced household, for one. My parents divorced when I was 5. My father remarried when I was 7.
Okay.
And with that shift, I became the second household instead of the primary household. My step siblings got to grow up with my dad. I didn't get to grow up with my dad. So I had a father present and have a father present. But even within that experience, there are certain things that you question about yourself as far as why are you not still the main priority, you know? So things like that have contributed to me having my own experience with daddy issues in themselves, you know?
Okay. Same here. I've also come from a divorced family, so I
Yeah.
probably can relate to you
Mhm.
in some ways with that.
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm definitely looking forward to hearing more of the album when it comes out.
Man, I'm so excited to
I'm
share
excited.
it.
With that being your first single, so I'm sure it's setting the tone for a good project.
Absolutely.
Okay. You a Rihanna fan?
Huge.
Okay. You plan on watching Oscars?
This is a thing with me and Rihanna right now. Yes, I'm a huge Rihanna fan. However,
Did you not like the Super Bowl performance?
let's not talk. I'm a scorned Rihanna fan.
Okay.
I've been there since the beginning, very like 2005, 2006. I've been arguing with Beyonce fans, calling her a big forehead girl who couldn't sing back in 2008, 2009 times. You know, like I've taken this ride with her. I just think that as an artist, me personally, at least my perception of what it means to be an artist is to feed my audience.
Okay.
To use my music as a way to connect with them. And if people start to become invested in me as an artist, they're always waiting for feeling connected to what is my storyline. If I'm the one with the voice and they're the listener that gets to feed from that, and I leave them without anything to feed off of for too long, then
Yeah.
our relationship becomes more disconnected.
Right.
So I love Rihanna. I'm happy for Rihanna. But Rihanna as an artist, I have not been able to connect with in 7 years.
Okay.
So,
Okay. I can relate to that.
yeah.
The only part I've been able to connect with is her business acumen.
Yeah, that's the part where I'm proud, but it's like I don't wear makeup. Now I have switched to all her skincare,
Okay,
so
okay.
I'm still supporting,
Okay,
you know.
okay.
But yes,
Sweet. So she is performing at the Oscars, and it's going to kind of lead into what we're going to talk about next is Oscar nominations, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm going to just go through the categories, get the nominees, and you just pick the person or what you feel might...
you were setting me up for failure.
So you must not watch a lot of TV or movies? You don't watch...
You know, I am familiar with some people's names, but sometimes it gets a little gray around here.
Yeah,
you know.
I feel you.
So
I'm gonna try to stick to the ones with the most familiarity to me, and I would think for you.
All right, let's do it.
Right?
Let's do it.
And then if not, it'll definitely be like the movie. So if you don't know the person,
all right,
just speak for the movie.
Just give me a reference. I'll figure it out.
All right. So this is actor, best actor in leading role. All right. So you got Austin Butler, Elvis, Colin Farrell, The Banshees of Inisherin. Then you got Brendan Fraser, The Whale, Paul Mescal, After Sun, Bill Nighy, Living.
I'm gonna go with the name I recognize, Colin Farrell.
Okay, for The Banshees of Inisherin. Okay. All right. Next, actor in supporting role. So then you got The Banshees of Inisherin. Then you got Causeway. You got The Fablesman. Then you got The Banshees of Inisherin again. Then you got Everything Everywhere All at Once.
You know what? I've heard Banshees of Inisherin twice. I'm gonna go with that.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with that.
That would, I'll think Everything Everywhere All at Once, because they've been winning a lot this award season.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think you're right.
I haven't seen it. Me and my intern talked about it. He told me it was a good movie, and I still get to see it. So
that's my favorite one.
Okay. All right, so the next is actress in leading role. You got Kate Blanchett, Tar, Anna de Armas, Blonde, Andrea Riseborough to Leslie, Michelle Williams, The Fablesman, Michelle Yeoh, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Is this Michelle Williams from Destiny's Child?
No. Definitely not her.
Well, it shows how much I know. Let's go with Michelle Williams. Michelle Williams for the win.
Okay. All right. So then we got actress in supporting role. We got Angela Bassett, Black Panther.
Mm-hmm. I know that.
Then you got Kong Chow, The Whale, Carrie Condon, The Banshees of Inisherin, Jamie Lee Curtis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, and then Stephanie Hsu, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I'm gonna go with Angela Bassett.
Okay, yeah, she deserves that. I think that's our category for tonight.
Angela Bassett did the thing, folks.
Yes. All right, so animated feature film. So I'm just getting film titles, okay?
Okay.
So then you got Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. Marcel the Shell with Shoes on. Then you got Puss in Boots, The Last Wish. You got Sea Beast, and then you got Turning Red.
I thought you was gonna say Avatar somewhere on here. We're gonna go.
It's not in there. I think it probably did make
next
the cut.
year. Maybe next year. All right, let's go with Puss in Boots.
Okay.
That sounds fun.
Okay. All right, cinematography. You got All Quiet on the Western Front. Then you got Bardo, False Chronicle of a Handful of Truths. You got Elvis, Empire of Light, and then Tar.
Let's go with Elvis.
Okay, that was a dope movie. I really enjoyed that movie. All right, so costume design. You got Babylon.
Okay.
Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
Okay.
Then you got Elvis again. And then you got Everything Everywhere All at Once. And then lastly, Miss Harris Goes to Paris.
What was Black Panther? It's going to take that from me. I love the costume design for Black Panther.
Okay. All right, so then we got directing. So then you got The Banshees of Inisherin, Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Fableman, Tar, and then Triangle of Sadness.
Everything All at Once.
Okay. All right. So then you got documentary feature film. So I probably ain't gonna know none of these. So then you got
that's all right. That's all right.
You got all that breath, all that breathes. You got All the Beauty and the Bloodshed. Then you got Fire of Love. Then you got A House Made of Splinters. Then you got Navally.
A House Made of Splinters. To y'all listening, don't y'all judge my answers now. I'm picking the name that sounds the coolest to me.
Right. All right, so documentary, short film. You got... All right, so you got The Elephant Whisperers. Then you got Haul Out. Then you got How Do You Measure a Year? The Martha Mitchell Effect. Then you got Stranger at the Gate.
Let's go with Stranger at the Gate.
Sounds suspenseful. Sounds very interesting.
It sounds great.
All right, so you got film editing, All right, so you got the Banshees of Inisherin,
Mm-hmm.
Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Tar, and then you got Top Gun.
We ain't picked Tar once. Let's give Tar one vote.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So then you got. So then we got makeup and styling. You got All Quiet of the Western Front.
Okay.
You got the Batman. Then you got Black Panther,
Mm-hmm.
Elvis, and then The Will.
Black Panther.
Okay. So you got musical, original score, All Quiet on the Western Front, Babylon, The Banshees of Inisherin. Then you got Everything Everywhere All at Once, and then you got The Fablesman.
The Fablesman.
Okay, all right. So now you got original song. All right, so then it's Applause. Actually, no, it's from Tell It Like a Woman musical and lyrics. It's called Applause. And then you got Hold My Hand. Then you got Lift Me Up. Then you got Natu Natu. And then you got This Is a Life.
Lift Me Up.
Rihanna. Okay.
Yeah, won't get that debate.
That's what she's supposed to be performing, so I can imagine they gonna win that for
Mhm.
tonight. All right. So Best Picture, you got All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar. You did make it. Avatar, The Banshees of Inisherin, and then Elvis, and then Everything Everywhere All at Once.
It's Avatar for me.
Okay. I have not seen that yet.
No,
I still ain't seen
Avatar
that
is like ridiculous.
Did you have to watch it in like 2 or 3 parts, or did you watch it all in one
No,
sitting?
I mean it's long, but it's not long as in you can't stick with it.
Okay.
It's so interesting.
Okay. It's
Yeah.
interesting that it doesn't seem long.
Yeah, I mean the only thing that's gonna make it feel long is if you have to use the bathroom,
Okay.
and you can't get up out that theater for another hour and a half.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's see. That's one best picture. All right. So then, lastly, well, not lastly, a couple more. All right. Production. You got All Quiet on the Western Front,
Okay.
Avatar again,
Okay.
Babylon, Elvis, and then Fablesman.
And what category is this for?
Best production design.
Avatar.
Okay. Yeah, because didn't it take over like $2 billion?
Like something ridiculous.
Crazy.
And it shows.
All right, then we got short film, animated, The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse, The Flying Sailor, Ice Merchants, My Year of Dicks. Then we got Ostrich Told Me the World is Fake, and I think I believe it.
What is it? 1 Year of Dicks?
Yes.
Sounds fun.
Okay. Sounds interesting. All right, so short film, live action, The Irish, Goodbye, A Value, Le Poupée, Night Ride, The Red Suitcase.
Let's go with Lake Poopy. What's that about?
Right. That's another interesting title. Okay, so best sound, All Quiet on the Western Front. You got Avatar, you got the Batman, you got Elvis, and then you got Top Gun.
Avatar.
Okay. Visual effects, All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar, the Batman, Black Panther, and then Top Gun.
Ooh, you made it interesting there. Okay. All right. All right. Let's see. It's between Avatar and Black Panther. But Avatar.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so then you got writing, best writing, screenplay,
Mm-hmm.
All Quiet on the Western Front. Then you got Glass Onion, Living, Top Gun Maverick, and then Women Talking.
Glass Onion.
Okay, I enjoyed that movie. That was pretty good, you know, when they did her thing in that.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so then, I think this is the last one. All right, so writing original screenplay, The Banshees, and then you got Everything Everywhere All at Once, you got The Fablesman, Tar, and then Triangle of Sadness.
Triangle of Sadness.
Okay. All right. So thank you for stopping by. Like
Thank
the
you for
hour
having me.
just be going so fast. Like I definitely
Yes.
enjoyed your energy. I enjoyed the conversation. I love learning about your new EP.
Thank you.
Hopefully you'll come back and when your album rolls out and you'll
Absolutely.
bless us with an interview. Hopefully.
Absolutely.
And I'm excited to see what else you got going on. I'm definitely also excited about the Red Pill podcast
Yes.
that I've been following as well.
Nice.
So I'll be looking forward to a new episode next week. And what else? What do you want to leave the listeners with?
I'll
Your
leave you with.
handles, yeah.
My handles are all socials, King David's World, spelled like I spell my name, KVNG, David's World. Look forward to an amazing album, if I may say so myself. My absolute best work, my freest work. The messaging and the music is beyond while enjoying good vibes of dance. So stay tuned for that. I'm extremely excited to share, and I'm extremely excited to just show you what this era looks like for me. It's going to be something you haven't seen from me before.
All right. And you know where to find us, ViceTribe_ATL on our Instagram, Facebook, and our Twitter, ViceTribe ATL on our YouTube, and our TikTok, ViceTribe ATL on our Patreon. Follow, like, subscribe, share, and retweet. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Vice Tribe, where we teach, reach, inspire, bridge, and empower the community here on WTT Radio, Atlanta's #1 alternative live streaming radio show. Until next time, peace.
Peace.